Thank you. I'm really privileged to be on this platform and interacting with you. To talk about myself, I have around 16 years of experience. I've worked in hyper growth as well as very mature, very top 100 profit-making organizations in India. It's been a long journey and really blessed to work in all the domains of HR and also help a lot of people to grow in their career, help a lot of people to achieve, success in their life. As well as had been quite keen observer and, had been a student of learning what is required, how the business are growing, how the industry is growing. And that is also is my probably passion and what I do in my free time, trying to understand where the economy is going, which industry, what are the connection between the industry growth and the people and the various aspects of the people, and how can as a fraternity we can contribute to the betterment of individuals and also the organization. So it's a great handshake, and I really fully invested in making that handshake very powerful and seeing that overall economy of India then shine and goes through the roof. So that is my passion and that's what I love doing. And I also, in my free time, I am a sport enthusiastic. I myself, on the Saturday, Sunday, I take time to play, at least one sport. So that is also, and I am quite also keen to travel. So, that is where I rejuvenate myself. Travel and the nature really opens up your mind, give new thoughts, and also re-energize yourself. So that's all about myself. I did my post graduation in MBA in HR from Accelerate Jamshedpur, 2009 batch, and before that I've done my engineering from Calcutta University. Yeah, that's all. So I think India is at this point of time is just at a phase from where there is going to be a really exponential growth, and that opportunity is there. We are already a strong economy, and there are all the required intervention and ingredients are there to become a superpower in the world economy. Now, how Indian organizations can capitalize this excellent opportunity what we have excellent resources. I mean to say that we have a lot of enabling environment, be it government policies, be it the current talent development, be even the dedication of the people. I think all of those ingredients are there. Now, what is probably the organization need to invest is that the meaningful engagement of the people. Now, meaningful engagement comes when you also give the meaningful growth or meaningful kind of role, and actually you create the enabling environment. Now, how can I do that one? I think there are two main aspects on that. First aspect is, do we have the mindset of the senior leadership to grow the talent internally? I think a lot of time we take a just let's solve that problem approach, firefighting kind of approach, and we don't think very long term. And a lot of time when there is a nice or probably exciting position is available, we may hire from outside. Now that is a very short term approach. The long term approach is that we are very sure that there will be attrition, there are new opportunity, and then as the organizations are growing, now a lot of organizations are going to grow at 10, 20, 30%. So there would be these many opportunities are also going to come up. Are we preparing our internal talent to take up those kind of roles? So meaningful engagement comes when you really believe in your internal talent and you are ready to give those internal talent the opportunities which are going to come, and you are also planning for them. So you know that after 2 years, this opportunity is going to come. You are thinking little long term, and then you are grooming your people, developing your people, take up that. That's one. Second point is that there is also lot of work which are probably routine and mundane kind of work is there. Can I take help of technology and start, probably automate or outsource those kind of work, so that more, exciting and interesting work is left for the available pool. So that is the second I'll talk about. Third one is that the we are spending a good amount time at workplace. Now, whether I am really connected with that workplace, or whether I really have a great friend at workplace, whether there are really people with whom I can talk, I can share, I feel very comfortable there. So overall, mental and probably I'd say emotional well-being is very important, and how we can invest and how we can really connect with people. We spend those important times with people. We also, get connected with the family. I think that is another very important aspect. And at Aarti, we are also working on various initiatives where we try to also connect with the family members and taking care of the well-being of the family members. I think these are the 3-4 aspects I feel the organization should invest to make, or probably, capture or exploit that great growth opportunity which is there, and really help the organization itself and also help the workforce to grow and have a meaningful engagement with the organization. So HR is now a completely integrated function. So it is no more, is a substream kind of. It's actually is a very, very important function at this point of time. You look at various kind of trend, be it decision making trend, or be it, kind of compensation trend and etc. I think HR is now becoming very, very important function. Now, what are the insights, or what are the, values HR is bringing to the table today? Is one is they are bringing a lot of insights about today, lot of insights about tomorrow, and lot of insights about yesterday. So the insights about yesterday is, we HR with partnership with, other functions drive, say, engagement survey, get the exit interview data, get the feedback from the people about the people managers and etc. These are all your, lag indicator. So this is about lot of insights about yesterday, so that I can make a better tomorrow. So that is done. Now, second insight what we are bringing is about today. About today is what kind of critical talent we have, what kind of, roles we have, and what kind of readiness we have for those people. How many people are really, making a lot of contribution, where all we need to improve, where all the people managers need to improve, and etc. So that is all the insights about today. And then tomorrow is that complete understanding of the business, where the business is going, and what kind of probably bottlenecks we see in the growth, whether the leadership is ready for the kind of growth what we are expecting, whether our talent pool is ready for those kind of. So what is the readiness of the talent pool, whether we really the people believe in the vision and mission of the people, of the organization. So that is another aspect, and it actually HR is bringing those insights and the solution as well. So that is the value addition. And I also feel that it also solves a lot of business challenges today. So be it, there could be a lot of interpersonal challenges, or there could be a lot of fear in the ecosystem itself, and fear stops people from taking initiative. Fear stops people from becoming innovative. So those challenges, which are the routine, or I'll say that those probably had been not talked about earlier, those challenges now HR is solving quite powerfully. So I believe that these are the area HR is bringing value to the business. So I think HR technology is really evolving and quite powerfully it's evolving. I see that I talked about there are a lot of routine work is there at the workplace, and HR technology or technology in any place actually can bring a lot of quality in each and everybody's work, because the technology is going to take care of the routine, repetitive kind of work. So that is point number one. Point number two is powerful decision making. Rather than making decisions based on your gut feeling, HR tech can help to get lot of more data. So if you automate your recruitment, if you automate your onboarding, if you automate your exit and various employee life cycle processes, you start getting a lot of more insights. Is your recruitment engine is really working powerfully? Whether people really giving you referrals, because referral is a strong indicator of the engagement of the people. When they believe that yes, this is a really great place to work, they obviously are going to refer their relatives, their friends, and etc. So that is the second area where powerful decision making can be done through HR technology. And the third one is where the HR technology and the human feel, touch, intelligence actually have a great handshake. So various processes, HR technology can play a complementary role. So I take an example of even recruitment. Yeah, recruitment, a large part of it you can automate, and you can get a lot of information which you may not be aware of while doing the recruitment. So you get a large amount of insights, data about human behavior, what are the other aspects, what are the kind of qualification, what are the psychometrics test, and what are the other informations are getting revealed about that individual. So you would get all of that, and then when you also meet that person, you have a lot of insights already. And then probably some of the things which probably technology may find it little difficult, like some of the things like courage is relatively difficult. Yeah, a lot of psychometric tests reveal like that, but when you interact with that people, you probably get a better insight of that particular individual and various other aspects. So I see that a lot of places the HR technology and the human intelligence, human touch and feel collaborate and can bring a better experience. In fact, employee experience area as well. You know, like a excellent example is help desk, where you raise a query, the system can give you the routine answers immediately. Now there could be some of the things where you may not be able to reach the person at that point of time, or you may have a query on a Sunday, you may not reach the person there. There HR technology can help that you raise that question there, and on Monday when the person is available, he connect you and explain you the whole aspect of it. So I'll say that even a lot of places the employee experience can be elevated to a large extent through HR technology. I think our education system doesn't teach us some of the critical skill sets. So critical skill sets like, in fact, some of the aspects of which we spoke about, that how can you have a conversation which is really meaningful and you are not losing yourself in the conversation, because a lot of time in the conversation fear creeps in and you don't talk about what you really want to talk, you don't express yourself. So how can, as a manager, you can create a safe environment, psychologically safe environment, where people are absolutely free to talk, free to express, and they collaborate. And I will come to this next aspect of collaboration. Collaboration is another critical skill, and those are not taught, and probably due to probably in our various childhood experience, or lot of times our parents tells us don't do that, this will probably will not be good for you, and etc etc. So what are times happen that we don't take those necessary steps, or we don't have those critical conversations. As a result, what happens, a lot of times the collaboration itself fails, because I am not fully expressing myself. Whatever information is coming, I am also a lot of times probably not understanding. There is a difference between facts and what are the beliefs I have. So there may not be really fact. This will be my interpretation of the particular incident, or the information, or the reaction what happened. So I think how can I powerfully collaborate, and how can I break those silos is another critical skill which are not taught, and but those are very important skill set to powerfully as a team contribute and grow. So that would be the second aspect I will say. The third aspect, critical skill set what we also see is that data analytics. How can I understand the data? First is that I should have good data. So first step, it's a lot of time it is missing. Second step is that how can I interpret, analyze, and then use that data in my day-to-day work, or in a lot of decision making. So I feel that the data analytics aspect is a skill set which is largely today it is missing. And fourth point, you have already touched about, is the HR technology, or use of technology to ease my work. A lot of time we see that people are doing what they have been told to do. They are not thinking that how can I improve that work? Can I remove one step? Maybe there is a 5-step process, and 2 steps are absolutely not required today. So that is another big skill set I feel that it is missing in the. So how can I probably simplify the workflow, and then also automate the workflow, or use technology? Not necessarily always I need to automate. I can use the technology intelligently to have more insight and make the work better and easier, and give a better experience to the employees. And the last one, I'll say that how can I learn new things? Completely, I'll say that this learning agility is a very, very important skill set. Whatever I have spoken, if you have a good learning agility, you can learn all of it. This is the good news is all of this can be learned. So if I really have a learning agility, and behind learning agility, I believe that there is a aspect of habits. So if I have the understanding, and if I understand that each of my actions, or whatever I want to learn, whatever change I want to bring, all of it can be controlled by habits, creating various kind of habits. And habits can be incentivized. Good habits can be incentivized. So how can I incentivize good habits, and how can I punish bad habits, so that I get rid of the bad one and I acquire the good one? And those habits actually takes me to all of this, be it learning a new technology, or learning technology, or ability to have those difficult conversations, or ability to collaborate. All of that can come from the base of bringing or creating. I think these aspects are not taught. I think probably in Western world, some of the places, I know there institute who works on habit. I think those are the aspects probably where we can focus on, and those things can bring a lot of wins for us. So how can we now, if once I talk about that, these are the skill sets are there, how can I help, or how can I collaborate, is first making the person aware of these are the aspects are probably missing. I am not saying for all people this will be the same. I largely picked up 5, where I see that a lot of places these skill gaps are there. But the important thing of collaboration is having the conversation, having the performance conversation, or you can name it something else also. You help the person understand how the last month had been, and what are the goals or yearly milestones you are looking for, and against that how I am progressing, what kind of behavior. So I will be having a lot of wins and also a lot of breakdowns, or I may have a lot of things which did not fall in place. Now if I do a superficial work of, oh, this did not go well and these are the things did well, happened well, that is not good enough. So I need to go few steps below and try to understand which behavior or which competencies are really helping me, and which are the skill sets are probably stopping me to deliver better or grow better in the organization. So having that conversation, identifying those areas, and then we all know that there is triple E, formula is there of education, exposure, and experience. So creating that solution for those employees, and then having those monthly conversation of whether really we are progressing in the direction. The other aspect of this conversation is also hearing back that what are the challenges that person is facing. Maybe it's a challenge of resource, tools, information, various other things. It could be challenge of a relationship also. So let's hear back all of those and help that person to address those hygiene issues, and we help the person to through this triple E framework in the aspects which are stopping them or which are probably preventing them to reach their success. Here the people skill of the people managers are very important, because this kind of conversation, identification, and creating the right kind of solution. So those skill sets are also important for the people manager, because HR can't do this job. This job needs to be done by the individual people managers, and the respective HR functions can help the people managers with right kind of skill set building, right kind of probably process building, and also providing the right kind of resources. So those aspects HR can, but then this is ecosystem need to build of between the employee, people, managers, and HR. So these triad need to work really powerfully to create the solution.